Why am I always so tired? Top 10 Reasons why seniors are always tired. Have you ever slept a full 8 hours, ate carefully, and still woke up feeling like you ran a marathon in your sleep? Or worse, by 2 p.m. you're melting into the couch, half human, half pillow, with no idea why you're this exhausted. If you nodded your head at any of those questions, you're not alone. So many people over the age of 60 live in a constant state of, I'm always tired, and I don't know why. And here's the thing. It's not all about aging. There are quiet, familiar reasons we've never really considered, but that quietly drain our energy every single day. Today, I'm not here to tell you to sleep earlier or hit the gym harder. I'm here to help you understand and reclaim the vitality you still deserve. Stay with me until the end of this video, because just one of the 10 reasons we'll talk about might completely change how you feel tomorrow. When someone in their 20s feels tired, people ask, "Are you stressed? Did you get enough sleep?" But when you're tired at 60 or 70, the default answer becomes, well, it's probably just age. But the truth isn't that simple. Fatigue isn't the sad reward of getting older. It's a signal. A signal that your body, even if it used to be strong, is now asking to be cared for in a new way. I once read a story from a 72-year-old woman. I went to the doctor, did all the tests, nothing was wrong, but I still felt like I was living in someone else's body, slow, foggy, and exhausted. And then she discovered it wasn't because she was too old. It was because she was too dehydrated, too low on sunlight, and too still. Yes, aging brings changes, but losing your energy? That's not something you have to accept. In this video, we won't talk about running 5 kilometers every morning. We'll talk about things that are real, close, and easy to adjust. A glass of water you forgot to drink. A lunch with the wrong kind of food. A night of sleep that wasn't truly restful. There are at least 10 quiet causes of why you feel drained every day. And if you can identify even just one of them, you can start to feel that sense of clarity, lightness, and strength you thought was long gone. Let's begin the journey to uncover the 10 hidden reasons older adults feel tired, and how you can gradually come back to yourself. Reason number 1. You're not drinking enough water, even though you think you are. An elderly gentleman once told me, "I drink water regularly. I had a glass with my medicine this morning." But when I asked again, that glass was at 9 a.m. And now it was already 3:30 in the afternoon. The truth is, as we age, our sense of thirst becomes quieter. By the time your mouth feels dry, your body may have already been dehydrated for hours. Even mild dehydration thickens the blood, makes the heart work harder, fogs the brain, and makes your eyelids feel like they're made of lead. Some people think they're confused, dizzy, or even showing signs of dementia. But in reality, they've simply been thirsty for too long. Keep a glass of water next to you all day. Sip like you're drinking tea. No pressure, no need to chug. Just gently remind your body that it deserves to be hydrated. Reason number 2. You sit too much and think of it as rest. You're in your recliner, watching TV, reading the paper, doing nothing at all, and yet you feel as exhausted as if you'd run a marathon? You're not lazy. Your body just misunderstood the signal. Sitting too long slows circulation, puts muscles to sleep, and stiffens joints. And when the body isn't being used, it saves energy by cutting off your access to energy altogether. One gentleman once shared a simple trick. I stand up every time a commercial comes on. Stretch, march in place, even shake my hips if no one's watching. You don't need a workout. You just need one movement every hour to remind your body, I'm still here, and I still need energy. Reason number 3. You're carrying a type of silent stress. No deadlines, no angry boss, no kids wrecking the house. But you still feel tense, drained, and exhausted for no obvious reason. That's low-grade anxiety, often seen in retirees, widows, widowers, or people living alone. The mind repeats quiet questions like, is my health okay? Am I starting to lose my memory? Am I becoming a burden? The body doesn't distinguish between big stress or small stress. Stress is stress, and that raises cortisol levels, making it harder to sleep, tightening your muscles, and wearing you out. One elderly woman once told me, I wrote down every worry on my mind. Then I put them all in a box. It's my tomorrow's problems box. That night, she slept more peacefully than she had in years. Reason 4. You're eating foods that cause energy crashes. White bread, sugary cereal, a breakfast of just bananas and biscuits. They sound familiar and light, but in reality, they're blood sugar bombs. Simple carbs spike your blood sugar quickly, then crash it just as fast, dragging your energy, mood, and focus down with it. One elderly man once said, I thought I was sleepy because of old age. Turns out, it was just a sugar-filled breakfast. The solution? Add eggs, nuts, and plain yogurt to your morning meal. Adding protein and healthy fats helps stabilize energy throughout the day. Eat right, not just to stay full longer, but to feel more awake than coffee ever could. Reason 5. You're sleeping the hours, but not reaching deep sleep. You go to bed at 10 p.m., wake up at 6 a.m., and still feel exhausted? It's possible you're only floating on the surface of sleep. Blue light from the TV, quiet anxieties, or frequent nighttime awakenings prevent your brain from entering the deep restorative stages. Deep sleep is when the body repairs, recharges, and rebuilds memory. Someone once tried using white noise and taking a small dose of magnesium before bed, and for the first time in years, they remembered a dream. Deep sleep doesn't come from hours lying down, but from the quality of true stillness. Reason 6. You're lacking natural light and time outdoors. Morning sun, a gentle breeze, bird song, the scent of trees. These may seem secondary, but they're actually the body's original rhythm. If you live under artificial light all day, your biological clock becomes disrupted, leading to fatigue, poor sleep, and low mood. Just 15 minutes on the porch in the morning sun helped one elderly man feel like he was waking up from within. On top of that, vitamin D from morning sunlight is something most older adults are deficient in. It affects bones, immunity, mood, and yes, sleep too. If you want more energy, plug back into nature's outlet. Reason 7. You're missing key micronutrients and don't even know it. Some people eat 3 balanced meals a day, yet still feel like they're walking through mud. The truth is, Our ability to absorb nutrients decreases with age. Low levels of B12, vitamin D, iron, magnesium can all make you feel weak, even if your diet hasn't changed at all. One man shared, "After a blood test, I started supplementing exactly what I was missing, and it felt like someone flipped the switch back on inside me." If you've been feeling tired for a long time with no clear reason, ask for a full micronutrient test. Sometimes, just one tiny pill can be a major key. Reason 8. You've lost your sense of purpose. When the kids are grown and work is done, a day can pass by with nothing more than eat, tidy up, watch TV, wait for bedtime. On the surface, everything seems calm, but inside, there's an emptiness. An elderly gentleman once shared, "I'm not sad, I'm not happy either. I just don't see a reason to wake up tomorrow morning." Lacking purpose is one of the most exhausting feelings there is. But the good news is, purpose doesn't have to be grand. It could be tending a plant, rereading an old book, or calling a friend once a week. You don't need to live like you're young again. You just need to rediscover something that makes you feel alive. Reason 9. You're taking too many medications, or the wrong combinations. The older we get, the longer the prescription list becomes. One for blood pressure, one for diabetes, one to help sleep, then another to offset the side effects of the first 3. But your body isn't a chemical filter. One gentleman felt exhausted for 3 straight months. After a pharmacist reviewed his medications, they discovered 2 drugs were canceling each other out, one causing drowsiness, the other stimulating his system. After adjusting the dosage and removing the unnecessary pills, he said, "It felt like someone pulled a foggy curtain off my brain." Don't hesitate to ask your doctor or ask a pharmacist to review your prescriptions. Sometimes fatigue doesn't come from aging, but from the medicine cabinet. Reason 10. You're missing joy, the one thing no doctor can prescribe. Someone once said, "I'm still alive, but I no longer feel like I'm living." When life becomes just routines, eating, drinking, taking pills, sleeping, the spirit slowly shifts into energy-saving mode. Joy is the most original form of energy, and you don't need to go to Paris or win the lottery to feel it. One elderly woman started learning to dance with her grandchild. A man began writing poetry, terribly, but it made him laugh every day. Another adopted a senior cat, and they napped together every afternoon. They didn't need a reason to feel joy. They simply gave themselves permission to try again. Joy isn't a reward. It's fuel for life. And when you let it return, fatigue begins to fade away. You've just gone through 10 reasons why your body feels tired, and maybe you recognized 1, 2, or even 5 things quietly happening within you. The good news is, you don't need to change everything at once. You just need to start with one small action each day. For example, place a glass of water next to your chair and sip it like you're enjoying tea. Sit outside for 15 minutes each morning just to feel the sunlight. Add an egg to your breakfast or a handful of walnuts in the afternoon. Stand up and stretch every time the TV goes to commercial. Call an old friend, not for any reason, just because you're still here. These changes might seem so small you think they won't make a difference. but they're actually the first steps to flipping the switch back on. Fatigue is not your destiny. It's a signal, reminding you that this body, this spirit, still has many things waiting to be cared for. And every time you choose to care for yourself, you are choosing to live, not just exist. Your body isn't broken. It's simply whispering, I need to be cared for a little differently. Fatigue is not the end. It's a reminder that you're still here, that there's still time, and that change is still possible. You don't need to run every morning, follow a strict diet, or become a younger version of yourself. You just need to reconnect with what once made you feel truly alive. A glass of water, a ray of sunlight, a page from a book, a phone call, a laugh. A quiet moment where you tell yourself, I deserve to feel well. I deserve to feel joy. I deserve to truly live. And if today this video touched something in your heart, please share it with a friend, a loved one, or even a stranger who might be carrying the same quiet fatigue as you. Because sometimes, a small act of sharing can be the first light that helps someone step out of the fog. And if you'd like to receive more messages like this, hit follow on the channel. We're not here to tell you what to do, but to gently remind you, you are still alive, and you deserve to live it fully.